Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss are flawed but good series, and I'm tired of pretending they're not.
Yeah, I like Hell of a Boss. I haven't had any issues with it at all, to be honest. I watched the finale for the first time ever last night, and I was like, why did everybody say this was bad? I don't understand.
Limus sent a super chat. Have a good stream. This is good background noise while I edit.
Oh, hey, Limus, I might be very critical of you in the stream, but if you feel like you can take it, you are welcome. Thank you for the $10. I was very generous of you. Honestly, a lot of the times it seems like the has-been hate-dom is just the SU hate-dom heated up in the microwave. And again, it's a gay show made by someone LGBT in a minority who made it big, and people hate her for it. It's the same fucking bullshit all over again.
Mittens TC sent a super chat. I seriously wish people just liked/disliked shows. I feel like a lot of people have a pathological need to go after creators these days. I
think the problem is people can't accept when something isn't for them. Like, oh, this new popular animation everyone is talking about came out, and then they watched it and they didn't like it because it's not their sense of humor, and it's just not for them. But they have to get mad at it for not being for them. Everything has to be for them. They're the main character of Earth. How could something not be for them? I feel like that's the attitude a lot of people bring out with this.
Evie sent a super chat. Maybe I'm too Australian where the C word is used everywhere, but the swearing in the shows isn't that bad. We're adults. Grow the F up, people.
I think some people's problem with it is they're like, oh, you just think it's adult because it swears a lot. Yeah, some stupid teenagers might think that way, but so fucking what?
The shows are just not my cup of tea, and that is okay.
Yep.
It's just that simple. I can applaud Viz forever. The achievement still.
Yeah,
it's not that deep.
She was a forerunner of indie animation taking the fuck off and overcoming studio animation. Like, how can you not appreciate that? That's the thing too. Like, yes, us internet artists and terminally online people, we will make fun of Viziepop style and call it cringe DeviantArt OC style and Tumblr sexy man style. However, normies are not familiar with it. And what really struck me when Hazbin popped the fuck off on Amazon was that normies liked that style. So maybe it's us internet artists who need to check our fucking biases. Because to them, that's fresh and new. They're not used to seeing that sort of thing. Me, like, I can recognize a fellow Jordan Vasquez fangirl a mile away. Vivienne, I see you. You probably started with Zim. I started with Johnny the Homicidal Maniac in, like, 1997. Anyway. Yes, Limus. We'll get to Limus. So Limus, made this video criticizing Poison, and I think largely misunderstanding it. Made this creepy cardboard sign with a black and white printout of their video on it, walked around in this creepy cardboard mask, asking all the Helliverse voice actors to sign it. Alex Brightman signed it because he's a troll, and Limus posted this on the internet like it was some kind of win or endorsement for their opinions. Bro, that's weird. You were in the wrong here. Like, there's no getting around that.
I don't think it goes without saying, but representation is important for any source of fiction. People of a particular group want to feel seen and understood, and most of all, not feel like they are alone. And that's why good representation is important. It can help people feel seen, while also educate those who are unfamiliar with a certain group of people.
Well, of course, you have to understand one thing, that just because a character is a certain demographic, doesn't mean that they're there for representation. You know, that they don't have to be there to be the perfect bastion example of their demographic to be a character in a show. Sometimes a character can just be gay and also be a bitch, you know? That's perfectly fine. There are plenty of gay bitches in real life, too.
But unfortunately, there are some stories out there that create a bad narrative through poor representation. Case in point, Angel Dust from Hazbin Hotel.
This body was made to be exploited. Kinky. Come on, keep talking dirty.
Wow, 2 clips of him posturing with his porn star persona that he uses to keep people at a distance.
Hazbin Hotel is already a pretty controversial show for valid and invalid reasons. And no, the show isn't bad because the word fuck is used more times than a drunk in an Irish pub.
Don't understand the swearing issue. It doesn't seem any more frequent than any other show aimed at adults. Doesn't seem any more frequent than how me and my friends who are middle-aged people who are millennials talk.
Angel Dust is one of the only homosexual characters in the entire show. His entire gimmick is that he's a washed-up porn star slash prostitute drug addict. Already his character is just reinforcing negative gay stereotypes. It was a pretty big red flag for me starting the show, and one that I couldn't really shake away. The stereotype of gay men being heavy drug users with insanely high sex drives is older than the creator of the show is.
Yeah, it ain't cause he's gay, it's cause he's in porn, and I'm sure you're going to misunderstand what Poison is about. Let's go.
It wouldn't even bother me that much if Angel Dust being a party and play gay wasn't his entire personality. But just about every scene he is in, with a few exceptions, has to have humor or comments relating to him being a porn star or him liking drugs.
With a few exceptions, you mean the one scene where he's fucking real with somebody for the first time? Again, because he uses this hypersexual persona to keep people at an arm's length? Because he knows this situation is completely fucked and there's nowhere for him to go, he can't get out of it? Yeah?
More often than not, I see people use the "it takes place in hell" excuse to justify offensive characters or bad writing. But when you have systems—
Yeah, it takes place in hell, so it's about a bunch of broken, fucked up people just doing what they can to survive, and that resonates with some people. Wow. Both shows, both Helva and Hazbin, are about fucked up people. That is the entire draw. And fucked up people are not always gonna be perfect, are they? But maybe these imperfect people in this terrible situation that they are kept down in by the elites of the world can find some camaraderie with each other and some peace and some hope. It's almost like that's what the fucking show is about.
Angel Dust is just offensive for the sake of being offensive, but truth be told, I don't even think Viziepop realizes that he's offensive. I think she genuinely just doesn't know that he's a negative gay stereotype. And call me a snowflake all you want.
Okay, snowflake.
When your general audience of the show is like below the age of 13, then I do think it's important for you to have good representation in order to not send a bad narrative.
It is an adult series. I understand that teenagers watch it. I would have watched it as a teenager, but I probably wouldn't have understood it as a teenager. So there's that.
Kids are really fucking impressionable, and if we learned anything from the internet in the past several years, it's that the content you put out will have an effect on people.
Again, not every show has to be representation. Sometimes a gay character can just be in a show without having to represent all gay people. Do you understand that? Do you understand that a gay person can just exist without having to be the representative of the entire LGBT community? Do you know that? I don't care if you stand by what you say, Limus, but I'm just gonna critique your video. I mean, that's what I'm here to do.
But that being said, this isn't the worst problem that I have with Angel Dust.
When I say come, you say...
Yes, Valentino.
When I say you are fucking 20 guys before lunch, you say...
Yes, Valentino.
So, you know pimps are bad, right? You know pimps are bad? You know pimps are bad, I hope. Anyway, let's see what your point actually was.
See, Viziepop decided to make Angel Dust a victim of sexual assault.
Again, he's not just a victim of sexual assault, he is sex trafficked, he is working in pornography, and this is the reality of working in pornography. It's almost like all of that sex work is just work shit is pimp shit. But I'm gonna be really, really hot take about this.
I also want to make it clear that this is not a review of this show itself, but more so a critique of one of the characters. I haven't finished this show, and I don't plan on doing it.
You didn't even finish the show, huh? So you didn't see the whole character arc, then, did you? You made this without actually following the character arc to its conclusion, did you? Okay.
Angel Dust works as a porn star for a character named Valentino, who has him under contractual obligation and takes advantage of him.
I mean, it's not just a contractual obligation, it is a demonic contract. All the overlords basically snatch up human souls when they come to hell. You want to be under an overlord for your own protection. He ended up signing up with Valentino and was forced to do porn. That's bad. It's supposed to be bad.
I don't have a strong opinion about how Valentino is written one way or the other. I think he's very bland.
Well, Valentino's not exactly a deep fucking character. He's there to be ridiculous. He's there to be laughable because he's a bad guy, and he's a petty little whiny bitch. He's not a good person on any level. None of the V's are. All of the V's are terrible people.
A lot of my main issues stem from one episode, and that being Masquerade. It's the 4th episode of the show, and it's the one that got me to stop watching entirely. In the episode, Angel Dust has to deal with balancing his life at the hotel and his life at work.
He's not balancing his life at the hotel. He specifically went to the hotel to have a break from Valentino. He just plays it off like he's just slubbing it there. But really, he is trying to get any escape from Valentino. That's why he's been at the hotel. He's not helping them do anything. He's just hiding out there. As far as he's concerned at this point, he's taking advantage of Charlie. And he's like super duper smart to do so. But he ends up actually caring about her if you would watch the entire fucking show.
Because Angel Dust is under Valentino's contract, he has to obey his command even if he doesn't consent.
Yeah. It's bad. He's a demon overlord. He's a pimp, he's a sex trafficker, it's a bad thing, yeah!
After being abused, Angel Dust kicks Charlie out in order to avoid being harmed more.
It's not even that, but because Valentino was just slapping him around, he takes it out on Charlie. Because it's a fucked up situation that these fucked up people are in. They're not always going to act perfectly. That's fucking life.
The one good thing I have to say about the writing for this episode is that a lot of this abuse is comparable to the real life abuse that the porn industry conducts on their actors. And to give credit where credit is due, the show does a good job at portraying that, even if
yes, that is the entire fucking point! The porn industry is bad!
This scene on its own would be completely fine if it wasn't ruined by the musical number that follows it.
The musical number that is all about why the porn industry is bad. That is entirely what Poison is about, and I don't get how people don't understand that. It's so obvious. Like, are you not even following what's happening on the screen?
The song Poison is just Angel Dust singing about being abused and how he is helpless to it. Is it a sad melodramatic song with slow and meaningful instrumentals? No. It's a techno dance song that removes any sort of seriousness that the song may have.
So let's assess this entire music video before we go on to Limus's point. I like this sequence a lot. I think it's very good. I think it does put across the message it's supposed to, and I think people very willfully misunderstand it. Look at his face here. He's upset. He's uncomfortable. But then he puts on his performance face. Because this is what he has to do to survive this industry that he is trapped in, like so many people in real life are trapped in it. Many people are trapped in prostitution, they're trapped in porn, they're trapped in sex trafficking, they don't want to be there. They either think they have no way out, no other way to go, they've been groomed into it. In this case, he's under a fucking demonic contract, so there really is no way out for him. This is the situation he is in. And does his porn star thing like he's expected to, like he's famous for, like he gets praise for, like he gets money for, like he gets drugs for. And of course, Limus is gonna dip out when I'm explaining what the fucking music video is actually fucking about.
I got so good at being untrue. I got so good at telling you what you wanna hear.
I got so good at being untrue. I got so good at telling you what you want to hear. Now, if you listen to the testimonies of women who used to work in porn, a lot of the times what you'll hear is that once the cameras are rolling, they're often coerced into doing stuff they didn't agree to, and then they have to give an exit recording saying they agreed to everything, and they're often threatened with not getting paid if they don't smile and say, oh yes, I agreed to everything that happened to me tonight. So we're dealing with someone trapped in this horrible exploitative industry, having to act like he likes it, which is true to life.
I disassociate, disappear.
And he disassociates, disappears into the work, into what he has to do, because he has no choice, because he's under a fucking demonic contract. And then this part that Limus complained about the most, saying it was a happy dance scene.
Yeah, I know it's poison, you're feeding me poison. I'm choking from the taste and I can't help what's wrong. Anyway, you want me, baby, that's the way you got me out of your.
Him smiling and dancing and looking glamorous and cool is deliberately juxtaposed with him being abused. This is talking about how the sex industry puts itself out as cool and hip and awesome, and, you know, you're just a prude if you don't like it. But the reality is this. This is what Poison is about. It could not be any clearer.
Poison, I'm drowning in poison.
Like, especially with that ending, how the fuck can you misunderstand this? The sex industry and the porn industry has this very glitzy, glamorous facade. People are always trying to convince you that porn is good, porn is harmless, it's just like any other job, it's just like any other work, because they want people to be sexually exploited, because it benefits them. Some people think that something being depicted in a piece of media is automatically an endorsement of that thing, rather than you're supposed to just watch what is unfolding and come to your own conclusions or follow what the show is actually fucking telling you. They seriously need shows to have a character turn to the camera and say, "This is bad." If that's your attitude, you shouldn't be watching a show like this. It's a little too complex for you.
Other songs are made with the purpose of conveying a serious message. Foster the People didn't write Pumped Up Kicks because they wanted to create a cartoon character about a school shooter. They wrote it because it's an actual song with a message behind it.
Because Poison stars a cartoon character that makes it worse somehow. Like, Hazbin Hotel is a fucking musical. It tells its story and its character development through fucking music. It's a musical, that's how they work.
This episode doesn't get any better, by the way. The next scene has Angel Dust having a freak out over Husk calling his flamboyant, horny act fake. So he storms off to a random bar, only to be picked up by Husk after he almost got himself roofied. When Husk confronts the self-destructive behavior, Angel Dust opens up and saying that it was a way for him to forget about everything in the hopes that him getting high and wasted will ruin him enough that Valentino will lose interest.
We're gonna have to watch Loser Baby too, aren't we? See, I actually fucking hate this scene a little bit, because, like, all these people, like Limus, like Lily, go, I understand Angel Dust's character now, because he stood on the sidewalk basically expositing it. Like, I know they were trying to cram so much into this show because they didn't know if they were gonna get a second season. But they could have done this a little better than just him standing on the sidewalk going, "I'm trying to ruin myself so I won't be his favorite toy anymore." Yeah, we could have picked up on that without you having to state it out loud, but apparently even with that, some people still misunderstand it.
Abuse, and especially sexual abuse, leaves people with a lot of trauma, and the ways in which they cope with the trauma can be unhealthy. Angel Dust's way of coping with it is undeniably unhealthy, and it really doesn't help when this unhealthy coping mechanism is so glamorized throughout the entire show that jokes are being made about it constantly.
How is it glamorizing it for him to act hypersexual as a way to, like, protect himself? Like, he just out loud said that's what he's doing, and you still don't understand it.
Let me make this very clear. This is not okay. Self-destructing is not how you deal with trauma. It will only make things worse.
No shit, bro. It's not supposed to be okay. It's supposed to be bad. Everything we're seeing is supposed to be bad. What is the matter with you?
I'm saying this because it's very obvious the show is afraid to explicitly say it.
I was just complaining that he explicitly says it, that he stands there going, "I act like this so I don't have to hurt so much and so I can deal with the hell that's my life." He says it out loud and you showed it on screen and you still don't understand.
But when shows like these that glamorize these unhealthy coping mechanisms start to get popular and more people start seeing...
Are you gonna complain about Loser Baby? Are you gonna complain about Loser Baby and you're gonna misunderstand Loser Baby too? Even if you don't, I'm gonna go over that. But are you gonna misunderstand Loser Baby? Because I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
Angel Dust opening up about his abuse and his unhealthy coping mechanism is fine on its own. But when you follow that up with another musical number, then it sort of cheapens those serious moments.
It's a musical! You don't like musicals. Cool. You don't like musicals. You don't understand how musicals work. That is fine. The show is just not for you. The song is important for both of their character development. The song establishes that they now understand each other and have become friends, and possibly more than friends in the future. You know? So, what?
Loser Baby isn't as bad as Poison, but it's still really tone deaf. It's another...
No, it's not. You're just a moron. Let's see what they say. See what they say.
It's another upbeat song, except this time it's about how your abuse isn't unique and you need to stop whining like a bitch and find company in other people who are in the same situation as you. What a great message to send.
What should Husker do? Should Husker give Angel Dust a bunch of platitudes about how everything will be okay? It'll all get better in the long run, because they both know that's not fucking true. So what Husker gives Angel Dust is acknowledgement and commiseration. It's, hey, we're both in these impossible to escape shitty fucking situations with no light at the end of the tunnel, but we have each other, and we can make something out of that. Oh no, imperfect, fucked up people in terrible situations finding community with each other. How terrible!
It doesn't even work in this show's context, because it's comparing Angel and Husk's situations like they are at all similar. I'm sorry, but Angel Dust being forced into sexual actions against his will is not the same as Husk betting all on black and losing.
They're both contracted to a powerful demon overlord with no way out. That is why they can relate to each other. This isn't that hard to understand.
And no, I don't hate musicals. Hazbin Hotel is just a bad musical.
You don't understand how musicals work. You go, oh, the plot just got interrupted by a song, which cheapens it. The songs are the plot in a musical. You don't understand how musicals work. Let's, now that we've dispelled what Limus has said about both Loser Baby and Poison, let's hear the rest of the video.
Hazbin Hotel wants to have serious subject matter, but it also wants every song to be something to dance to. And in most cases, you can't have your cake and eat
Not
it.
fucking something to dance to. You didn't listen to the lyrics or pay attention to the visual storytelling. That's your fault.
Having a character like Angel Dust and giving him an abuse storyline, while not taking it seriously by adding musical numbers like Poison.
How do you know it's not taken seriously when you stopped watching after this episode by your own admission and didn't even finish the show? How can you definitively say that? Just because you fundamentally misunderstood the point of Poison, and then stopped watching and never finished the show, and then made this video.
What it ends up doing is creating a parody of itself that hammers in this idea that being a survivor of abuse is girly pop or slay.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard anybody say in any of these reacts. Holy shit.
Everyone has their own way of coping with abuse, but the show acts as though there is nothing wrong with how Angel Dust copes with his abuse.
How does it act like there's nothing wrong with it? How? We're shown all of the negative impact it has on him. He says out loud the negative impact it has on him, and you still don't understand.
Loser Baby has proven to me that the show does not understand why this is an issue.
That comment has proven me that you just don't understand these themes or the songs, you didn't listen to the lyrics, and you just don't know what you're talking about, and the show is not for you.
If we have gotten to the point where scenes of clear fetishization and romanticism is viewed as powerful representation,
except it wasn't either of those things, you're just media fucking illiterate. You just want to be mad at the show and its creator. That's what this really comes down to. You just want to hate on the creator of this show. Because whatever fucking motivation you have to hate Viziepop and her success, that's what this is about.
this was not an easy video to make, but I want to end it off by saying that if you enjoyed Hazbin Hotel and Angel Dust as a character, that's fine. People have their own reasons for liking media, and the discourse surrounding this show and the harassment that people receive just for liking it is unacceptable. You can have your reasons for disliking a show, but people can also have their reasons for liking it as well. Everything that I have said in this video is in relation to my own personal life, and I criticize the show because I want to see it improve in a second season. I want it to give me a reason to keep watching, not for it to give me a trauma relapse and feel disgusted by it.
Well, you didn't keep- you said you didn't keep watching. You said you stopped watching after episode 4. You literally only watched half the show. And why does it need to give you a reason for you to keep watching? It's just not for you. It's just not for you. That's okay. You don't have to like every popular thing that comes out.
All I hope to do with this video is give people a broader perspective on why people may not like the show. And I hope I did that.
You certainly did not do that, because like, how do you watch a scene with two characters telling you the fucking theme out loud and still not understand? It's almost impressive. How do you manage that?
Phoebe Angele sent a super chat. Thanks for Viziepilling me this stream. Never watched the shows, but now I'll be giving them a chance.
Yay! As we all know, my stream is also my evil, evil way to get people into the stuff that I like.